talking about the conga line, I got my interest. Who's in charge of putting the celebrations together? Is it one person, or how does that work?
Nobody's in charge, but I think it was Tyreek. I think it's Tyreek that initiated it.
So what do you just bring a video and say, hey, this is what I want
No,
to
it
do?
was like five. It was a 5 second thing. Like we did it in like 5 seconds.
And it clicked like that.
Yeah, everyone knows how to dance. Yeah.
Awesome. What was your initial reaction off the Tyreek celebration? I know it happened super fast when the game just started, but what was your initial reaction on that?
I didn't see it until after the game actually, and the video is hilarious. Like when he talking about when he jumped in the stands, yeah, that was hilarious. He was jumping and cheering. You know, if I wasn't so tired and he wasn't so fast, I would have tried to do the same thing.
And when things like that happen, do you guys just build off that energy just for that, just for the remainder of the game, or is it just something fun that you guys?
Yeah, that's Tyreek Hill, man. You know, he's an energetic player, has a lot of energy. The touchdown alone got us energy, but you know, I think when good things go right, you know, any team is happy. Um, it's a great feeling.
You guys have had some battles up in Buffalo. The challenge in front of you this weekend is what?
Um, Challenge in front of us, you know, obviously Buffalo's a great team, great defense. They've been ranking pretty high every year since I've been in the NFL. I think our biggest challenge is, you know, our preparation for the week and being consistent in our standard. You know, we're gonna have different things to study about them that they do well. Um, and in terms for us, we have things that we didn't do so well at that we need to get better at going into this week. So it's a perfect balance of just continuing to put the work in that we have been doing on a consistent basis.
They've kind of been the big dog of the division for a while. How much of a statement game do you think this is for you guys to go up there and win in a place you haven't in a minute?
Um, I don't use like terms like statement games and stuff like that. I mean, you know, it's a big game for sure. Like you said, they're a great team. We know that. Um, we know that doing what we do well is going to be important, and also fixing what we don't do well. Those are like our two big emphases going into the game.
Austin, how happy are you right now with where your technique is at?
I feel pretty good. You know, I had a whole year off of football, and I watched a lot of football in that time. Had a year of off season to train, and I kind of understand, you know, just what I wanted to look like, and you know what I wanted my game to look like. So I'm happy. I'm happy to be healthy first and foremost, because that's when I get my opportunities to play. So yeah, I'm very happy.
I probably asked you this 10 times in the last 2 years, but now that you have a significant amount of game reps to go off of, how do you feel this offensive system really suits your skill set from a physicality, athletic standpoint?
A lot, you know. I definitely think that I'm I can play to the advantage of my speed in this offense. It's very fun. I love what the offensive concepts are focused around in terms of angles and power, speed, and just everything that we can orchestrate. Um, yeah, I think it fits a lot of my skill set.
In terms of understanding what you wanted your games to look at and watching a lot of football last year, was it other right tackles? What were you looking for? What did you see that helped you grow your game?
Just knowing, watching defensive ends and offensive tackles in situations consistently, like week throughout, like helps a lot. Watching defensive ends and how they rush, studying habits that they have, and just all types of stuff. I just had a lot of mental focus because I lost my physical element. Um, so I tried to regain that on the mental side in terms of what I studied and what I took away.
When you go back and watch the offensive film, do you guys kind of get enamored by the things that Tua does in terms of the details, the ball handling, the way he kind of can stride one way
Hell
and
yeah.
throw the opposite way?
Hell yeah, Tua is a magician. Yeah, he's a magician. He's a dog. He's a great football player, great teammate. Um, you know, our coaches challenge him. Not in a bad way, but just like they give him an expectation because they know he can handle it and he'll do it well, and he just consistently does that over and over again. So yeah, we love watching his little crazy no look passes and just watching him throw every throw in rhythm with no hitches and perfect footwork. Yeah, he's a magician.
On the no look, is that something you practice that way, like with his offhand? Is that the way it
To
was
be honest,
practiced?
I don't even look back there ever, really, because of my job. So I noticed that like after the game when everyone else on social media is freaking out about it.
How much pride do you take in knowing that this last game, both running backs had 4 touchdowns apiece? The O line was an integral part in making that happen. How much pride do you all take in that?
We take a lot of pride in that. It's something we're really thankful for. It's encouraging. It encourages us to get better because at the end of the day, it's only week 3. You know, we have a long season left, and to kind of understand what good we put on tape this last week, we can take that with us the rest of the season. So that's probably like the biggest part of it. In terms of for the backs, I'm happy as hell for those backs. You know, that's a great stat sheet for the game.
You guys are towards the bottom of the league in pre-snap penalties. I know that was an issue last year. And Mike mentioned, especially with all the motion, how much it takes everyone, especially the offensive line too. Can you maybe take me through the process of year 2, maybe getting the flow of the motion and the pre-snap elements and timing?
Yeah, pre-snap penalties. Yeah, the motion and the timing and everything is key, but I mean, there's just been such a huge emphasis on needing to reduce the pre-snap penalties overall. So, you know, that's just simple. That's just directly on the player. You know, there's nothing like the scheme or anything can do to alter that. I think every person just has to look within themselves to, you know, not jump off, myself included, to not jump off sides, to understand what we want to do in that play, because it's little things and split seconds decisions where, you know, you think too much on a certain play or you didn't think enough, and now you're not moving with the whole team. So it's just little things within the player. The screens and stuff, that's great for Mike and his approach to play calling, but in terms of no pre-snap penalties, that's just focus.
You have a front row seat to watch Rob Hunt do his thing every single week. Where have you seen him grow here in his 4th year?
He's just an animal. Just an animal. He's very comfortable in the system, understands his angles, run targets, and run blocking. I think he's even began to set more aggressive in pass pro. So I've seen him clamp a lot of guys at the line. Yeah, he's just growing at a fast rate. He's already, you know, a wonderful player.
I believe 0 sacks means a cake, right? Do you guys get to choose the cake? What's the process of the cake there?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think we got a cake because the Chargers game
You guys didn't get a cake?
we didn't get a cake. Raheem got a cake
Gotcha.
because he got protector, and he gave it to the O-line because he's a running back.
Gotcha.
One quick question, if I could, before you get out of here. With Devon going for 200 yards 2 weeks after being a healthy scratch, what kind of strides have you seen from him in practice that gave him that opportunity?
It's kind of just a testament to him. I mean, he got in with us in OTAs. McDaniel coached him up for sure, and he's taken all the coaching, and he's been very attentive and like just purely elevated because of, you know, him taking the coaching and working hard. So I love to see that type of stuff out of him, you know, and it's nice to see him in a game for the first time. That was my first time seeing him with live bullets. Because was he in preseason? I'm not sure.
I think he got hurt
Yeah,
early
he got
on.
dinged up a little bit, yeah.
So maybe like one game. It wasn't much play time.
Right. Yeah, that was my first time, so it was exciting to see him.